700 miles south from Stehekin, in the small town of Marysville, California, there is another unusual school, which has been inspired by the methods of Waldorf education.
I was caught with receiving stolen property.
I just kept on getting in trouble and getting in trouble, so they just kicked me out.
Because I got in a fight. And I missed my court date. And they had a warrant. They arrested me at school.
I smoked pot, so I got kicked out, so they made me come here.
And I've been to a lot of schools. I've been kicked out of a lot of schools. And out of all the ones I've been kicked out of, this is the best one.
The students that we deal with in both the juvenile hall and the community school are kids that have broken the law or have had a history of non-attendance, have a lot of difficulty in school, and basically we don't ever take a kid who is very successful in school. We only have kids that are unsuccessful. And they are court-ordered in the community school, many of them. Some are not, but we take just the hardest kids. One of these students in a normal class will pretty much destroy that class. I mean, these are all those kids. If you take every kid in school that's been being thrown out and put them all in one room, that's the kids that we have.
Ready to go. If you're not standing up ready, you're tardy.
Upon the earth I stand upright. I lift my arms up to the light. Yet my feet earthbound remain. Hands and feet together again.
You have to gain their trust, and I don't expect them to respect me. I mean, why would they respect me? They don't know who I am. I could be anybody. I could hate them. I could be a person who hates my job. I might slap them. They don't know what I'm going to do, and so why should I expect they're going to walk into my classroom and like me? I don't start with that feeling that they're going to like me. I have the expectation they're going to be defensive and that they are not going to appreciate anything I bring to them. And when I start that way, then we can build from there, because it's usually the truth. That's how they come to me.
When I went to the in-service at the museum, the first thing I saw was what I thought were medieval manuscripts on display, which turned out to be student work from the Waldorf School in Sacramento. And they had some main lesson books, and I just knew that when I saw those main lesson books that somebody had an idea here that we needed to be doing.
If I was teaching the Roman Empire in a public school long ago, I had my lecture notes, I knew what I wanted to teach, and I gave the facts and wrote them on the board, and the students read the chapter, and the next day we talked about it, and then we would have a little test. And I would judge by the test if they knew the Roman Empire or they didn't. But I can't do that in this school because these kids, some of them can't read, some of them can't speak English, some of them don't care about the Roman Empire. And I had to find a way to get all of those kids ready to hear about the Roman Empire. And before I could do that, I had to ask myself, why do they need to know this? So, yes, I had to come up with a rubric. Yes, I had to know what I wanted to teach them. But then I had to get them excited enough that I could answer their questions. And that's what's different. I'm answering their questions. I'm not shoving something at them. They're coming to me. Why did this happen? How come it's like this? Then you're teaching them something and they're remembering it. And that's what's going on right now.
After the school, they just pull out books and then you just read and figure out yourself. At this school, it helps you. Like, they help you.
This is more one-on-one than that school was. That school, you just like, there was a bunch of kids and you were all in a classroom and there was no helping. Here, they help you one-on-one.
They got this one class over there, English, and it takes you back to first grade and teaches us how to read better.
Good job. Great, Shanna. Danielle, let's be appropriate. We're not doing buzz yet, we're doing fuzz.
I can think of a time when some rival gang members were on the same, in the same music class, and they were working on a very difficult piece. And I heard them come into the classroom, and they were talking about the piece, and one was saying to the other, I just can't get that at the end, I don't know how to do it. And they sat down, and the other student had it, and he was demonstrating to him how to play that. And they were totally oblivious that anybody was watching them, and they were totally oblivious of the fact that I know that they were on rival gangs. And they were just working very hard to create this piece of music together and being very patient with one another. And there was a real friendship moment there that was going on, of teaching one another.
At the end of the year, you really have a feel for your kids. And I asked one of the girls, I said, what do you think the difference is? Do you see any difference here at all in the first of the year and the last of the year? And her comment to me was, well, I think that kids are nicer to each other. And I thought that was great. And what really pointed that out was that after the regular session, we had a summer session with kids that had never been there. Oh my God. It was totally different. They were marking up the walls, they were ripping stuff off, they were scratching the van, they were doing all kinds of stuff because that's how they treat their schools. And our kids don't do that. They might do it the first week or so, but we really catch them and nail them, and we build a sense of community. I mean, that is so important to do. And you can just see it when you get kids in that don't have that sense. And I think that our Waldorf work has really done that because of the constant thought of the child. What can I do to help her? How can I help him care about other kids better? How can I allow him the security here to relax and to learn? How can I provide an atmosphere that is safe and really nurturing? Not just a place to go,